Steadfast 2277. Today what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to install a universal USB adapter. You can get these with one inlet ones, two. You can also get them with the USB, the aux, the HDMI. It varies. It all also varies in price, the amount you want to go. Okay, so like I said, you can get multiple different versions of this. The one that I got here, has the double USB, and like I said, that plugs into the connector that is fed from the radio itself. And what you can tell here is that this diameter here is smaller than this. So the purpose and intent of this is you cut a hole, right, the diameter of this, you feed it through, and then you can tell that there's threads on this, the cylinder here. What you're going to do is they come with a bag of goodies, as you can tell, for multiple different kinds of installations. So what I'm going to do is I'll dump it out here. So if you want to just install it right on the dash and just call it a day with screws, it comes with that type of installation piece. And here's the screws that come with it. I'm not going to do that because I don't want it to look like complete ass. So I'm not going to do that. So what I'm talking about is that how it threads right here is you get two different kinds. You get this, and then you get this plastic nut. There's threads obviously inside these pieces here, and what you do is obviously you feed it through these wires, right? It fits right between the both of them, so don't worry. It fits right between the both of them, and it comes all the way up into here, and you just start screwing it on. What the intent of this is since you cut this diameter smaller than this, when you push it through, this is supposed to pull it against the plastic wall that you've cut and where you like to install it, so that when you push on it to plug it in, it doesn't flop in and out, doesn't pull in and out, doesn't snap any plastic because it's reinforced with this. And when you pull on it, it's not going to pull right out of the dash or the glove box, wherever you installed it. That's the intent of this. Also, if you like, it comes with this little piece here, and it's just like a little cover for it, to make sure no debris gets in there and anything like that, and you pop it right off. Obviously this goes around it so that it's bent like this, and you know, it doesn't look like ass. Okay, so now I'm going to begin taking apart the center console so that I can get to it. It's different for every vehicle, of course, so make sure that you take it apart properly. There's a bunch of little screws and stuff like that. You want to make sure you don't snap any plastic, because that's going to be a pain to replace and costly. Alright, so as you can see, I drew my circle there with the Sharpie. I colored it in with the highlighter so that I can see a little bit better. And now we're going to start cutting into the center console. Okay, so now this is where you want to test the product out. You have the cables out, you have your phone, and then you're going to want to turn the car on. Plug in the connectors. So you want to get your cable either for Android or for Apple. You're going to obviously plug it in. That's a firm click, that's nice. And then you're going to obviously plug the electronic device. The black connector is for Apple. And the gray one, I'm assuming, is for Android, because it did not work when I plugged it in to the gray one. Even though that obviously it comes into one, but obviously one is for one and one is for the other. I'm going to have to install it so that I know up is obviously Apple and down is Android, or vice versa when it comes to installing it into the the plastic piece that you're gonna be installing the USB into. You want to make sure that you cut the right size hole. You don't want to go too big because it's just gonna fall through and it's gonna be defective. It's not gonna be intended for what it was supposed to be for. Also, when you cut your hole, you want to make sure they're not forcing it into, because if you try forcing into, depending on the plastic's width, the durability of the plastic, you might snap it, and that's no bueno. Also, you don't want to sure you don't damage the threads around this as you're pushing it in, because it might cause the plastic nuts that press it against it to not do its job properly because you've damaged it. So now that you want to do this, now that you've finished doing that, if you want to have the plastic cover over the USB port like I do, you want to put that on before you put it inside the plastic piece that you're installing into. So after that, you want to put it through that. You can try to put it just directly over it, but it's a little bit of a pain. So you're gonna want to force it right up there, and it's gonna be like a little firm pop in the end. And then that's so now that you've put on the cover for it, you have two nuts. You can use this one or you can use this one. I'm gonna use this one because it has a flat edge, and I think that's gonna help push it and more securely against the plastic. So after you've put on the cover for it, you're gonna start feeding your cables through the hole that you've created. And then once you've done that, be careful with the wires. You don't want to cut the coating that's on them to damage the wires at all. Depending on the edge that you have, it might be sharp. Now, make sure you have this up so that you know that this is facing the right way. And just gonna put it through, and it's gonna be flush just like that. You might want to turn it so that it looks perfect like that. You put the cover on it. Now, you got two of these. This one and this one. I'm gonna use the one with the flat edge because I think that it's probably gonna be a little bit more secure against the plastic. So you want to feed it through it just like so. Make sure the face is facing the cables that you're putting it in. Bring it down in. You're not gonna see this part due to the fact that of where it is. Alright, so now that you've hooked it all up, you probably want to make sure that you tested it. I already did test it, just to make sure that by installing it, you didn't damage any of the wires or anything internal inside the component. So what you want to do is you want to hook it up. What I do is I'm going to fish it through. A lot of wires, don't worry, we're going to zip tie it all up nice and nice. After you've cleaned up everything, you'll screw the nut into the back of the USB face so that it smushes against it. I'm going to show you my install. So it looks clean, it's flush with it. You got the cap here that the cap here. What we're going to do is plug it in. Make sure you've connected everything in the back. And then what it should do is that, that was the Android one. So you want to do is you're going to take it, you're going to plug it right in to the appropriate one meant for Apple, if you have an Apple phone. And what it's going to do is it should project right up like it did, and that's going to happen. It's different face for every radio that you have. Okay, so once you've plugged it in, you've enabled and to communicate with your device, you also have to enable Siri in order for it to work. And you can go through, you have your messages, you can have audiobooks, podcasts, your phone, music that's on your phone. Also, you keep scrolling, you can have Spotify and whatever that is. I don't even know what that is. But this is one of the important things, is that the maps. What it does is it projects it right off the phone onto the screen. Now, I don't really want to show you where I'm living, so I'm going to block that out. And it's a pretty cool device. Make sure that you screw it in the back so that it's supported and stable, and then you just unplug it and you're all set. And it also helps as a device as well. Steadfast2277. Smash that like button, hit that red subscribe button. Greatly appreciate it. Thank you. Take care and have a great day.